In the background, neon in the air, 80s vibes, man, we didn't care. VHS tapes staying up too late, Saturday cartoons, can't wait to escape. Dial-ups humming, we're hacking the code, back when everything was in upload mode. Atari, Commodore, pixels on screen, living in the future was more than a dream. It's time to kick it old school, turn the clocks back, break the rules. When the pixels pop and the world was cool, we're taking it back, that's how we roll, we roll. It's time to kick it old school, where the beats are fresh, the tech was gold. From arcades to TV shows that ruled, you know we're kicking it old school. MTV playing our favorite jams, moonwalking with MJ, Neon Slam, Ghostbusters gear, we're ready to go. Chasing slasher scenes, fears in tow. Back to the future, hop in the DeLorean. Knight Rider cruising, man, there's no ignoring them. Battlestar Galactica, what a ride. Looney Tunes, antics, pure joy inside. Blockbusters ruled, we lined up for days. Video games booted up in their pixelated maze. Movie marathons and popcorn nights, we ruled the screen, living in the lights. It's time to kick it old school, turn the clocks back, break the rules. When the pixels pop and the world was cool, we're taking it back, that's how we roll, we roll. It's time to kick it old school, where the beats are fresh, the tech was gold. From arcades to TV shows that ruled, you know we're kicking it old school. Grab your joystick, the game's about to start. A high-score world, now that's an art. We're cruising on hoverboards, living our dream. Old school forever, we're igniting the scene. It's time to kick it old school, turn the clocks back, break the rules. When the pixels pop and the world was cool, we're taking it back, that's how we roll, we roll. It's time to kick it old school, where the beats are fresh, the tech was gold. From arcades to TV shows that ruled, you know we're kicking it old school.
Today's episode is brought to you by PTZ Optics. Disability upgrade. New Wave Toys and their Replicate Amusements products. GG Retrobox. Get 3 to 5 games from your favorite series, consoles, and game genres delivered to your doorstep every month with GG Retrobox, the ultimate retro gaming subscription box for video game enthusiasts. Use code GRS15 at checkout to get 15% off your first box. And
Boom shakalaka! Hey everybody, it's Tim Kitzer here, the voice of some of your favorite video games like NBA Jam and NFL Blitz, and I'm here to talk to you about Old School Gamer Magazine. It's the magazine for retro gaming, and it's exploding. Kaboom! Print issues come out every other month, and if you want to go green, digital options are available. Visit oldschoolgamer.com and subscribe now. That's oldschoolgamer.com. Boom shakalaka! Kaboom!
Think about what you're doing.
I'm on a roll tonight. I'm getting the audio right, but I'm messing up, leaving birthday stuff on, birthday songs on. But I do have a new co-host, Blue, who is dying for one of these Bluey snacks. I guess Scooby snacks, Bluey snacks. Never misses that one. Happy Friday, everyone. And we're episode 151. And I did a poll, if I can pull this thing up. I did a poll actually 2 weeks ago. I forgot to do it last week, of course. I did a poll, and that's not what I want because I'm doing awesome today as usual. Where is it? Bang. There we go. So I did a poll at the 150 mark. Should I continue doing Kicking Old School? Should I turn in the towel, whatever? And 83% said no, keep going. We did have 8% tell me no. I think we know who that 8% is. And then we have 11% saying, what's Kicking Old School? That's okay, but 83% means I'm going to keep going. But I'm going to be changing a lot of things about the show. I am still going to be doing interviews with some people who are, in the classic gaming and things along those lines. I'll guest host once in a while. But obviously, Mr. Blue will be here with us as long as I have treats to feed him. And I'll probably be doing more of maybe some gameplay of some old consoles, things along those lines, or talking about specific consoles for a show. So let's try to figure out what I want to do since the show is kind of taking on quite a different demographic, especially now with the tariff, because there's not a lot of stuff to talk about. There are some things, not a lot of stuff to talk about. But I'm going to go through the chat here real quick and just give a shout out to all the people who join me every week, or first timers as well. We have JJ, who was here first. What are we talking about tonight? We're just going to do some bro talking, I guess. We'll do some talking. We have Jason here, who is our resident AI and moderator of not only Meets the Press, but everything on the internet. Pretty much Jason does it. Who else we got? We got JJ. We got Sir Seg here. Welcome once again. The Be Me. It's Friday. It's time to kick it. Yes, we are. We're kicking it with Blue, me, and some of the Joe Sable's Build-A-Cade. We'll talk a little bit about that in a minute as well. Who else we got here tonight? Meatball Saucy. Happy Friday, everyone. We did make another Friday. It's funny. They kind of come quick, but yeah, they don't. Maybe it's the age. Blue, you want to have a seat? Sit down. Lie down. Thank you, buddy. Meatball Sauce is here again. Cornicade is here as well. Let's go. J-Rod is here. Happy Friday, all. Who else we got? Paul is here. Blue, woof, woof. We do have Master Blue, who's only here for the treats. That's all he's staring at, or some treats I have on the table. Vet 1981 is here. Happy Friday to all. Tammy G. Blue knows it's time to show the show again. Absolutely. Stephen M. Cal L. 64. Hello, everyone. Pliskin's Run, what's up? T-Bone and Ajax. I'll get my eyes checked one of these days. Yo, Video Game Vegas here. Don't talk about Kathleen Kennedy, Video Game Vegas. I don't want to vomit. Hobby Hands is here. After a long hiatus of not having a Friday fun evening. Oh, evening's off. Just glad to have a schedule back. Me too. Bill's Retro Gaming Show is here as well. We got anyone else we missed over here? I think we probably got everyone. Michael B is here, or Mitchell B. I would say all the time. It's Mitchell B. Blame the eyes. Patrick Murphy's here as well. Upkiss is here with seeing Mr. Blue. Ted Adam Green is here as well. Vince V is here. And I'm gonna get one of those big screen. I need a big screen in front of me so I can read this text. I'm just getting too old. John J is here. Happy weekend, everyone. Paul Bear is here. Good boy. Not sure if that's to me or to him. I'll take it for him, but maybe it's for me too. The Be Me. Blue is the best co-host ever. I think so. What do you think, Blue? You want to speak? Speak. Come on, Blue. Speak. 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 You're not getting this without speaking. Last chance. Speak. 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 One more time. Speak. Speak. Never misses. B. Kirby, we got him before. I think we got everyone here. Oh, Sean is here. Can't hear Blue's audio. Yeah, no, I probably should get him a mic. I'll do it next time. I'll put a mic on him. Let's see. Goofy Foot is here. Welcome back, man. Atomic Dang. Atomic Dang. Woof. Jeff is here as well. Yeah, yellow. Not sure what that's for. Erjeg. Not pronouncing that right. I never do. I'm horrible at pronouncing things. Israel Gaming is here. What's up, Glenn and friends? PB&J is here. Glenn Baisley made it. I should have him come on the show to announce everyone. I just can't do this. We have Thor KC here. Outro is here. Abraham. Jeff D made it as well. I think we made it. Okay, good. Butchered everyone's names, and we're here. So, first of all, thanks, guys, again, for still coming here on Kicking Old School 8 o'clock, because the format is kind of not what it used to be. Since Steve left the show, it's kind of been in a little weird mode. And, of course, with the tariffs the way that they are right now, there's not a lot of stuff to talk in the gaming space. Now, there is some things here with the pinball, for the Alice in Wonderland pinball, their situation with still issuing it, this iconic arcades with their system. Pretty much everything else has become silent. New Wave Toys, they're taking a pause, be quiet mentality right now. And we pretty much have as well. The Build-A-Cade FU is on hold. Blue, you want to lay down? You're blocking everything. Lie down. Lie down. You can do it. Thank you. We had to take a hiatus because of the tariffs, but I will say that the Build-A-Cade, you see all the Build-A-Cades behind me, those are not all, but just some of the Joe Sabos artwork, and people are starting to call them the Batwing kits. I was just calling them, actually I forgot what I was calling them, but the Batwing kit works for me, and I have 4 new ones I added to the mix. I added a Super Punch-Out, I added a Play Choice 10, Donkey Kong 3, and what else did I had over there? I don't remember now. Donkey Kong 3. Oh, Mario Brothers, the Mary Parker edition Mario Brothers 1/6 scale. So he does many more, but the Build-A-Cades right now are still in our New Jersey warehouse. So there's no tariffs on them. So I know New Wave Toys right now is not releasing anything, but if you wanted to build a Donkey Kong Jr., Donkey Kong 3, a Punch-Out, Mario Brothers, Popeye, or a couple of the other ones that he makes, this is the time to do it. New Wave Toys won't be releasing anything for a while during the tariffs, and these machines are in our New Jersey warehouse. You can buy them right now. Have Joe Sabos make up the artwork, and there's other artwork as well. So just a couple of ideas. I think they look great. I mean, I was reading a lot in my Build-A-Cade, not the FU, the regular Build-A-Cade group, and people are like, "Should I build my machine now and then wait for Joe Sabos artwork?" And people are like, "Oh, you can take your whole machine apart. You can take your whole machine apart." You really don't. The only thing you need to do is take the screws off the back, remove the top panel only. That lets you spread and open up and take the light up marquee out. Drop in the new light up marquee and then close it up. Everything else gets put on after the fact. So I hope people aren't taking the whole machine apart because it's not necessary. I actually find it much easier to put everything on while it's assembled. You make sure everything is going in a spot where it won't be interfering with closing it. You only have to open up the very top slot, the cover, and then put the new marquee in, and you're ready to go. And I was thinking about something else too. I know I want to do this myself. As you can see right here, I just built my own little arcade. I see everyone's doing that, the 1/6 scale. I haven't done it. This I literally put together right before the show. Took a piece of cardboard, I printed out some brick, and I printed out some rug, just paper, and I built that literally a few minutes before the show. I know a lot of people really do that a lot and really want it to look good. And one of the issues I think a lot of people have is there's no easy way to turn them all on at once, whether originally with the Build-A-Cade or with the New Wave Toys. You got to turn them all on individually, and then you got to turn them all off individually. There's no easy way to do it. Now, with the GRS Build-A-Cade, there actually is a way to have all your Build-A-Cades go on at the exact same time. And you can shut them off. I still recommend going through the shutdown process, either hitting the button on the back or doing the menu. One button on the back will shut them down, but you could just turn them off. You do have a small chance of corrupting the SD card. That's why I recommend you do a normal shutdown. But there is a way to get all your Build-A-Cades on with the power strip all going on at once, and you're shutting them down. And this is something I guess you could do at New Wave Toys. Not too many people are going to open up the New Wave Toys. That's one of the advantages of the Build-A-Cade. You take 6 screws out of the back, just disconnect the battery. That's it. Unplug the battery. You can keep the battery in there for when you do want to use it portably. But if you want to do it like this, we have them all set up in a mini arcade in your house like this. just disconnect the battery and then leave the power switch in on position. So now when you put them on a power strip, as soon as you turn on that power strip, all your Build-A-Cases go on at the same time. And you can shut them off that way if you want. I still recommend the safe shutdown. But with the battery not connected, it'll shut off and turn on as soon as, because we have a physical power switch. It's not a soft switch, it's a physical on-off switch. So by disconnecting the battery, you can turn them all on off, and you can make your own little arcade at home and have them all turn on and have, your dog like Blue sitting in front of it. Michael B, the Game Genie, is here. So he's saying hello. Hey, Michael B, how you doing, my friend? Congrats. So this show is really going to be more of just a general talk about, you guys bring up some topics and I'll talk about them for sure. But I think right now, I have the largest 1/6 scale arcade in the world. I have 28 Build-A-Cades, and I own every one of the New Wave toys. So put together, I have something like, I don't know, 60 units or 50 units. So as far as an arcade goes in the 1/6 scale, I think I have the largest one. And I'll probably end up doing something like this more permanent. I haven't decided how I want to do it, though. When I'll make multiple levels, I'll make a staircase. I don't know. But I know Detroit Love has a nice one he built. And that's what I would kind of do myself. I think I want to get rid of more of my last of my arcade one-up machines. I still have 3 left. I could get rid of those and make space for it. Now, Michael B is giving me a super chat here, and that's like a lot of money. This is like half his paycheck. Mike, you sure want to do this? The birthday chick. Oh, you know what? I have to do this. Want to see the birthday chick? She's coming up, Michael B. This is just for you, buddy. There you go, Michael B. Again, please, I hate when you give super chat, Mike, because that's $2 like half your paycheck. And I don't want you doing that, but I do appreciate it. And it's always good to see our birthday cake babe jumping out and wishing anyone whose birthday is today. Someone must be having a birthday today. So I do appreciate that. What else I want to talk about? So I will say that the FU, we're still doing work on that, the Viper Venom. So the one good thing about the tariff is we're taking a lot of time to really tweak everything. We've able to reduce more weight and increase the strength of the machine, which is awesome. We wouldn't have been able to, we probably still would have had time to do that between the Kickstarter and everything, but I think more times to the Viper Venom, getting more testing done on that and emulators done in that, and some features being put in there as well. So all of this, I guess, is a good thing. But the bad thing is we don't get a lot of information from anyone else out there. The Basic Fun has been radio silent. They said New Wave Toys, I know what they're doing. They're waiting to find out what's going on with the tariff situation. And it looks like we have James Hates Everything here as well. So I want to say hi to James. Bring him up over here. Boop, boop, boop. Him saying hello to Goofy Foot. So I will say in this lull, it's kind of been nice, but also not. Because when I come home, I don't know what to do myself. Normally I come home, I start modding something, I'm working on a video, and I really haven't been doing much of that. And well, with summer being here, I guess it's a good time to work on the lawn. But what's this? What's that? Well, Scott B. Honestly, a delay in the FU may increase the possibility of buying it. And a lot of people have actually said that. This is giving more people time to save. And again, I am going for under $1,000 for sure on the 19-inch power rotation screen. Of course, the 26-inch Unico will be more, but it does give people more time to save up for it. And in working with my team, the thing is going to be amazing. I mean, it's really going to be amazing, especially if you add the Glintendo hood. And I do have to give props out to Console Kits for the Glintendo name brand. But you can see how this is going to look. Basically, the Glintendo FU will look pretty much like the 1/6 scale ones back there. And I think they look fantastic. And I'm going to get a couple more. There's a couple more I do still want to get from. I still want a radar scope. I know there wasn't a big hit with Nintendo, but that's where that cabinet design came from. And the punch out, the super punch out there looks fantastic. And again, we have the wide screen, which gives you a beautiful effect for the 2 screens that the punch-out machine had. And, of course, the Mary Parker edition of Mario Brothers is one I've wanted as well. She always kicked my ass in that game. No matter what I did, I think I maybe beat her once out of 50 games. Kaboom and Mario Brothers was Mary Parker's jam, and not one that I was ever do really best are in. And Paul, you're right. Right now, the home arcade and even the home pinball, anything along those lines, has really gone into like a black hole. It's like we're frozen in time. But again, GRS products are still available. We have them already in the States. They're in our New Jersey warehouse. So if you do want to get a fix, some 1/6 scale, Ikari Warriors, Star Wars, trackballs, spinners, those things are still available in our warehouse right now. We have stock in there. So you're not going to be hit with a tariff with them. So just putting that out there, which is from Thor KC. You should make a custom HDMI and USB KVM switcher for the 6/8 port replicades. Uh, well, nothing's out of the realm of possibility. That's the one thing I'll say about me and T-Sticks. We'll do things if we feel like there is a need. But right now, we're going to be focusing completely on the Build-A-cade, the FU, the Ikari stick, and again, we have other products we haven't announced haven't come out yet, like the enhancement controllers for the Star Wars flight yoke. So we're making more enhancements to that as well. So this is giving us some time to really sit down and make things even better. But that's not a bad idea. Scott B, I love that if you even get the 19-inch version as an option. Yes. So one of the things that I decided when people, when I say people, Michael B, guilted me into still going with a 26-inch option. Blue, I gave like 5 treats. At least wait for half the show. He always wants the treats. I made sure that no matter what machine you bought, whether you bought the 19-inch FU or the 26-inch FU, I wanted to give you an option to still pop it out and go for the other screen. Maybe you really did want that 19-inch and you're enjoying it, but you don't want to have that FOMO for that 26-inch because it is a huge screen. Like the entire front of the machine becomes a screen, and vice versa. Maybe you bought the 26-inch, but you know what? I think it's really cool to have the sound effects when I turn the machine, and you want to get that. So we'll be offering those as add-ons as well, and we have so many different levels in the Kickstarter. If people remember my Star Wars flight yoke Kickstarter back in the day, we had so many rewards in there for the price that we did that blew people away. I guarantee that's still going to do that. So again, for under $1,000, you're going to get an amazing machine, and we're going to have lots of different levels, and we're making other controllers. We're still on the drawing board with some of them, but we're still going to be doing that as well. That's the thing, Paul. All of my stuff is a flagship product. Even the FU is just one among many because I make sure all of them are built to my standards. So to me, whether it's just my encoder board, my spinner, the Build-A-cade, or the FU, any of them I consider my flagship product because I make sure that it's something I want for myself. And if it's not to my standards for me, it won't be the standards for you guys. So I think they all are. And I try to do that a lot. It's funny you say that. I should probably say that Blue. I do have a working relationship with Blue. Blue does get paid to be on the show, and obviously dog treats, food, water. So I do have a very good working relationship with him, and I want to make sure it's out there clearly so people don't come after me later in the fact saying that Blue did not, let people know that we have a current relationship, right? Yeah, he doesn't care. Hello, sir, and welcome to Friday. Appreciate you guys coming. Vince V is also here. A lot of people are popping in. We appreciate you guys coming in. Oh, and a quick reminder for all of you guys out there, just so you guys know, because I know guys don't think of this, Sunday is Mother's Day. Make sure you got your mother card, flowers, something. Unfortunately, my mother is in heaven. She's been gone. Actually, May 6th. So Cole's birthday was May 1st, on May 3rd and May 6th. My mother did pass away in 2020, so it's been 4 years. So I'll still do something, but just don't forget Mother's Day. And if you have a wife, even though they're not your mother, probably the mother of your kids, if that's the case, get them flowers, get them something. Don't not get them anything because that's only gonna be a world of hurt for yourselves. Just putting that out there. Blue does think that for sure, right? I'm telling you, he wants to speak. He actually wants to speak in English. I know it, but he just can't. But he communicates pretty well outside of that. He does. he's really into the treats he sees on the tables. I've tried to hide, but he still smells them. So he's already had like 6. So I've only got 1 more, and I gotta go. Still have like half hour of the show left, so I'm gonna have to wait a little bit and work for that last treat. Yeah, Rod, it's good. I'm glad she's still here in good health. That's great. My mother passed away. She was just 82, which is kind of funny. My father passed away at 82 as well. So good genes in her. So I be thankful she's still around for sure. Thanks, appreciate that, Jason. My mother she was a very good woman, and more importantly, when my wife passed away back in 2009, my son was just 4. That's very well known out there. My parents did a lot. They helped me out a lot. I worked over an hour away from the house. My father they were still half hour away, but they would come up as much as they could and either stayed up here or brought them down there on the weekends. A lot of help. The only downside, my mother sometimes forgot she was the grandmother and tried to be the mother. So there was definitely some tension that caused us between that because I kept telling her, you're the grandmom, you can spoil them, but you're not the mom. I'm the final say. But she was a good woman. Definitely was. As much as she was a helicopter mom long before there were helicopter moms. I'll put it out like that. Blue gets this kind. It's all his. This is all his and Cole's. But again, like Cole, he doesn't care about this. He'll take 1 dog treat for a Build-A-Cade. So you guys get this stuff really cheap from Blue for sure. Sorry about that, Israel Gaming. Oh, that's nice. You took him out tonight. Hope you guys had a good time. Hope you had a good time. It's been downpouring the past couple days. Today it was really downpouring. They're trying to bring home some things. It was getting rained on, but I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow. But then Sunday for Mother's Day is supposed to be nice. So at least they're here in New York. My mom, 2020 July 8th, to be celebrating Mother's Day in heaven. John, same. My heart goes out to you and good thoughts to you and her on that. July 8th, same year. Not 2020 was not the best year for any of us. I'll tell you that. PB&J, very sorry to hear that. And that's a good thing. We're all here together. That's why I say at the end of every one of my shows, make sure you always tell family, friends, your loved ones, you love them, whether they're in New York, Florida, uh, Hopewell, and Wappingers, anywhere. You want to let them know because tomorrow's never promised. You could be fine today and gone tomorrow. So just let them know because nothing's worse than having that guilt of not saying something that you wanted to say and they're not around. Uh, that's right. Blue, I'll give you a treat, but you gotta wait a few minutes. Once this one goes, there's no more. I gave you a ton already. I'm paying for your time. You don't care, do you? He doesn't care. Uh, that's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because again, you never know. I'm 56 now, and it's one of those things where you realize there's less days ahead than there's behind, unless, of course, they come up to weird upload my brain to a Build-A-Cade Viper or something like that, or we get into the Matrix, or they come with some pill you take. Well, you got to be probably a trillionaire to get the pills to live forever. Although I got to tell you, I don't want to live forever. I don't. Um, I don't want to know what's going on in 10, 20 years when either I don't know when Star Wars 99 comes out and it's just as bad as the other ones. I don't want to see that. Yes, especially when you're a beagle. Beagles are known to eat themselves to death, and he's no different. I can give him like tonight. We actually gave him potatoes and eggs. Made some nice potatoes and eggs, and I had a leftover hamburger. I put that in it too. He eats like a king. He scarfed it down in 3 seconds and looks at me like, "Are you gonna feed me?" I'm like, "I just fed you." He just won't stop. He won't stop. Okay, yo, hey yo, welcome for joining us tonight. You know what? He probably would start if he thought he can get food out of the deal. He probably would start a union, wouldn't you? He's looking at me like, "Shut the hell up and give me a treat." That's all he cares about. I keep telling my brother that if something was to happen and, like, he was to, like, we all something happened and we all dropped dead in this house or just blew, he would sit by us. My brother goes, he'll sit by us. He said he would. After the first day, he'll start eating some fingers and then also eating some toast. My brother goes, "No, he won't." I said, "Oh, this dog will. He'll love you, but he'll say they know they would want me to eat them to keep myself alive." Blue would do that. Why are you looking at me like you haven't ate? You ate like a king today. You're gonna wait. Just like a kid who wants to go get a toy. He's gonna have to wait a little bit. Heart goes out to you and everyone who lost a family member, a parent, father, brother, sister, aunt, uncle. But that's the thing. It is life. That's the thing we have to remember is none of us live forever. Some of us get gypped on how many years we're here. And then there are people like, like gets me when we read about child molesters and people like that, and they're 90 years old. That gets me. I always wanted that machine from Babylon 5. I don't know if anyone saw Babylon 5, but in the first season, there was an alien race that developed this machine that you put around their wrist, someone who's like sentenced to death, and someone who is dying, and it drains the life force of that evil person, and just gives that life force to someone who's good. And it's too bad we can't come up with something along those lines. So when you have capital punishment, you can make their life mean something to bring maybe a child who's dying from cancer back or something along those lines. That it's a shame, but that's science fiction. Maybe one day they will do that. You okay? Watch some TV. Look, I have a TV right behind you, playing some great shows. Unbelievable, unbelievable. Yeah. You know what? And I'll admit, this past week, I don't know why I started watching the Clone Wars. Oh, I know why. Because of uh, May 4th. May the 4th be with you. I started watching the animated Clone Wars again. I started at the last 5 episodes with Ahsoka and Darth Maul. So there is some good Star Wars out there. But this new Ray film, I mean, it's ridiculous. This whole thing. And I'm hearing now Kathleen Kennedy is not like leaving again. So it's just getting stupid. This woman just has to go. I'm sorry. She has to go. I haven't done a video on it yet. I think I did one just showing it for a few minutes in one video, but I plan on playing 2600 in television, Fairchild Channel F, my Magnavox Odyssey, Pong, ColecoVision, Vectrex, Dreamcast. I'm planning on doing those all over again and showing the flash carts and things along those lines. So I'm planning on getting back to my roots on that, as well as repairs. I did a recent video of trying to repair my Gold Star 3DO, still not working after like 8 years of trying. But I've not given up. But there's just not a lot of research on people who've repaired Gold Star 3DOs. So just have to wait and see. Oh, sure, I did not know that. I grew up in Westchester down in Yorktown, but I've been up in the Wapages area since like 98. It is a nice area. Of course, like everything else around here in New York, it's getting more and more expensive. Taxes getting crazy expensive. I would like to live just long enough to find ET or just find some bacteria living on Titan or Ganymede or on Mars. I just want to see that there is life out there, not necessarily more advanced, just life is just out there. Because as long as you see life somewhere, even in the solar system, um, it means it's everywhere. And I do believe it's everywhere. I really do. I saw a UFO. If any of you look up unsolved mysteries, Taconic, New York UFO sighting, I was there. It was literally right over me, like this, over me, and the whole town saw it. Police department saw it. The town court saw it. Everyone in Caldor saw it. Kind of hundreds and hundreds of people saw this UFO, and this thing was humongous, like a football field size machine, probably 15 feet above treetops, not making a sound. So look up Unsolved Mysteries UFO Taconic, New York. I saw that. I wasn't asked to be on the show, but I saw that. Let's see here. Well, the thing is, yeah, I mean, the regular PlayStation came out in what, 95. We're talking, no, what, 25, 30, 35 years? It's crazy. Jason, you've seen everything. I can ask anything. You're going to know. I actually do think you're an artificial intelligence, an AI, ChatGPT 10. But it was an amazing show. And, it sucks that they told them we canceled in the 4th season. So they rushed the Shadow War fast. And then they got season 5. And season 5 was kind of like, blah. But the show, for its time frame, everything it did, the storytelling, everything you watch today and all these shows now with these stories and threads, Michael J. Straczynski, I never say that right either, and Babylon 5 is where that really came from. And, Star Trek stole Deep Space Nine, the idea for that space station from him as well. They'll deny it, but I know he went there. They admit he was there. Sort of like when Nolan Bushnell went to Magnavox and saw their Pong console and they came out with Pong. Warner Brothers, you stole it, and that's just the way it is. Highlander. I have to admit, I only really liked the second Highlander. Maybe that's because the Quickening. I know it wasn't the best one. That's the first one I saw. That was always stuck with me as the better one. But there can be only one. Chris Williams is here. Yeah, Blue is here. He wants that last treat, but he's gonna wait a little bit longer. Not giving it to him just yet. That's exactly right. I could say anything to him. He only hears treats. Right? What he's trying to do right now, he's actually trying to use his mental powers and control me. Right? He tries that. I think that's why Bruce Yeager gave me the 1/6 scale Glenn's Retro Show doll, because I think Blue is gonna make that into a voodoo doll, and he's gonna start sticking pins in it to get treats. It's funny, Paul, you mentioned that. I was talking to Glenn Basley before. I have not watched it. I'm gonna wait till season 2 is done, and then I'm gonna binge it and watch it. I've heard good and bad about it, but I'm willing to give that one a try because that is right before Rogue One, and I did like Rogue One, and obviously I like the old Star Wars, so I'm gonna give it a try. But I'm gonna wait till the season's finished. Damn right it was, Ted. Absolutely was. And they keep talking about a reboot, but they haven't done it yet. Obsidian Gaming Contraption here. Got it. Margarita tonight. Real good. Obsidian Contraption. I'm glad you're here. Welcome. He's a great guy. He's got a YouTube channel as well if you want to check it out. For sure. Thanks for coming on tonight. There's something like that today, but yeah. So we have something like that today. All you have to do is make an evil person watch Disney Star Wars sequel trilogy. It's enough to drain anyone's life force. That goes back to the Babylon 5 machine. I got the reference. Very funny. Very funny. Definitely not the current Viper, and I don't even know, honestly, if the Viper Venom will do that, because I don't think there's even a emulator for anything other than x86 for battle pods. But I don't know. That'll have to be an answer I don't know. But the good thing about the FU is you can put in a full PC. Just disconnect the Viper or put a switcher in there and switch, and you can use a full heavy powered graphic PC in there. Glenn, have you ever watched Randyland? I have not. I don't even know what that is. Randyland. Let's see here. It's a true thing. It's a true story. Anyone wants to look up the unsolved mysteries, I'm telling you, that thing. My dog at the time was Miracle, a Beagle Dalmatian mix, and it was right up my parents' house at the corner, right above the tree line, size of a football stadium, maybe 10, 50 feet above the trees, not making a breeze, not making a sound, nothing. Solid. I saw the ship was very tall, but shaped like a triangle, and it just slowly turned, not a sound, and very slowly went. We lived up on a hill, so this thing went over to the town, all over the whole town, 100% there. So aliens are there. Now, are they aliens from another planet? Or are they maybe from our future and they time traveled back? There was a show on Sci-Fi a long time ago. That's the first time I saw something like that. Not aliens from another world, the Greys. There's us from the future, and they're sending people back to kind of like check us out type of thing. But you never know. You never know. Fire in the Sky. Fortunately, they didn't take me because I would have gone. Actually, I was yelling to take me. Yeah, I'm an idiot, probably, but I know I was never supposed to be on this planet. I was supposed to be out there, maybe like Guardians of the Galaxy. I should have been like Quill going out there. But I need to know. I just need to know that there's some form of life out there. I believe that there is. I truly believe that there is. I just need to find like a microbe on some ass rock on another one of our planets and say, okay, then there's something out there that's intelligent. Because there's not a lot of intelligence on this world. People on this show are in this chat because you're watching my show, so you guys have the intelligence for sure. Season five is definitely weaker than it should have been because of wrap up line season 4. Right, because Warner Brothers said we're gonna give it 5 seasons. Then at the end of season 4, nope, we're canceling it. And then TNT saved the show, and we got some movies out of the deal, especially the In the Beginning, which was a fantastic movie that kicks off Babylon 5 before The Gathering, but it was a weaker season overall. Did I ask Nolan about what? I don't remember now. Maybe I have to refresh my memory. I'm hoping it'll come back now that I figured out that my issue was Chrome sound. Let's see. Glenn, sorry, turned in late, but I thought your guest was Nipper, the RSA dog. You know what? We could call him that. But he's Blue, the retro show dog. We'll go with that. He still got the little head turn. He's not wearing his Elvis lip. Sometimes he gets that Elvis lip when he eats. Okay, Blue, I'll tell you what. Give me like 5 more minutes. Can you give me 5 minutes? And then you get your last treat? Treat? His head turns. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. Exactly. Blah, 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 blah. Brooklyn Menace. All right, man. Glad you've seen it. We still have not hooked up, and I don't mean that in a sexual way. I mean that in a VR way. We need to get on some VR gaming. Definitely want to do that. I'm going to do that again live, too. I want to do a full playthrough of Vader Immortal. I love that game. Love that game. The Force is strong with him. If they did a Star Wars movie with Blue, that would be much better than anything Kathleen Kennedy has done, for sure. We have the Retro Show here. The Retro Show, Season 2. It's as good as Season 1. All right, so I'm going to wait till it's done. I'm going to wait till Season 2 completes. I'm going to binge it and give my thoughts at the end of that, for sure. You have Gallagher guy here as well. J-Rod, my man. I'm probably falling way behind here in the chats, but that's okay. Oh my God, let's see what we got here. Whoop, no, yeah, definitely not in a sexual way. Not in a sexual way. I'm sorry. I know in VR we could probably do some of that weird War of Warcraft shit where someone's a hot chick, but I'm okay with not doing that. So, we're gonna do a couple of Blue tricks. Let's see if we'll do with one last treat. I'll let Blue get a treat here. So we got the treat. We got the treat. You can see he's following the treat. So let's see if he does some things here. Okay, you're gonna speak again. So, there. All right. No, up. Give me paw. All right. Up. Good boy. Speak. 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 All right. Give me one more paw. Give me paw. Nice. Do not take off my finger. He will take off my finger. Nice. Nice. Don't eat my finger. Nice. Nice. He thinks my fingers are lady fingers. I tell you, he'll eat them right off. So, like I said, I said that I did this here. They said to keep the show going. I'm going to keep the show going. Try and get some guests on. Maybe get Brooke Menace on again and some other people come on the show. We'll have a good talk. But I will keep the show going. I will keep doing that. And I'm hoping I'll have some more news in the coming weeks over the FU and some other things. we're still trying, believe it or not, we are still trying and looking for ways to get the machines here with a very low or no tariff, to where we're not going to be having to charge more for it. So we're trying to work those deals out. There are ways to do it, but it's a lot of logistics. So I'm kind of hoping that someone's going to blink and the tariff will go away, or at least get back to a normal level. That's kind of the hope. Semi good. He definitely would have got a finger there if he could, and he's got a bite. He doesn't bite on purpose, but he only sees food. Now let's see if he'll do it for me. All right, lay down. He is such a lay down. He is such a good dog. He's 12. He was 12 in January, and I tell you, I never had a dog like him. I've owned quite a few dogs. But this dog is just he's a kid. He's a kid for me. And if anyone should live forever, it should be him. He should be allowed to live forever, for sure. Well, let me know if you want to come on next week, Brooklyn. You want to come on next week? You might come on the show. We'll talk. We'll talk some VR and other things. Let me know. We'll come on next week. Blue likes anything. If it can go in his mouth, he can chew it and swallow it. Blue likes it. That's why he's a little pudgy these days because he eats a lot. Okay, so here's the thing: when the tariffs are satisfied, let's say they were done June 1st. Let's say June 1st, tariffs are gone. That means that hopefully June 2nd, we would launch the Kickstarter and get that ball rolling. So we were always planning to get them out in October. The plan was October to get them out. So maybe we could still hit that target if we did it at that point. But we got to get those, either the tariffs under control, or we have to find a way to get them in here legally. I'm not talking legally, but just getting them in a way where the tariffs would not impact the pricing of the machine. Because again, part of everything that I do, whether it comes to Build-A-Cade or any of the things, it's not well, it is the quality of the item. It has to be a good quality, solid item. But it's got to be at a price that is reasonable, especially now more than ever, with everything else being so expensive. I went to the store yesterday, and people know I drink my Coke, my soda. I got cola. I bought antiperspirant so I don't stink, and two other things. It was $50. $50 was four things. Cost me $50, and that's a little crazy. And can I blame it all on tariffs? I don't know. But I also see a lot of times when these things happen, like when COVID happens, things happen, they raise price. We have to raise prices because of these reasons. Very few people bring the price down. I will. I will. I want the price to be where it was before, as long as we can. A lot of these companies, their price never go back down. They keep the prices up there. Now, Arcade One Up is a key thing. They charge crazy amounts of money for their machines. And to be honest, are they even relevant anymore? I don't know if I can make fun of them anymore. I don't know if Arcade One Up or Arcade Done Up is even worth talking about anymore because they're like so out of it. I don't know if they're worth talking about anymore. I know what I would really like to see. I would like to see some redone Atari classics or even old television classics done in VR, but not just the game in VR. I'd want to see something done with the proper, like adventure with those dragons. I would love to run around the adventure in the Atari 600 with the duck dinosaurs. You know what I mean? Or duck dragons, I should say. I think that would be as fun because those are things I grew up with, and I'm sure someone could do it. But I would like to see something along those lines. Stephen M. Kal-El. I may have asked you about this before in the previous show. Is there any chance that the Game of the Week segment? You know what? I thought about bringing it back, and it's funny. They were, I think, some of the best stuff that I did with those, and they were quick, and they were like 5 minute long, and so forth. But I don't know. It's just there were a lot of work to put them together. Do I even have one here now? Bring one up here so people may not know what we're talking about here. I don't know if I have one, but let me see. Do I have one? I may not. I may have pulled them all out. I may have pulled out. That's what she said, right? Checking here. I thought I left one here. Maybe I didn't. Here's the other thing. I have so many things in. Sit down. You were paid in full. I expect you to stay the full show. Lie down. Lie down, Blue. Okay, you paid them the full price, and then you just want to get up and leave. Oh, see? No, I don't always check any of these things. I need co-hosts. I need people to say, Glenn, you forgot this, you forgot that. But you know what? I want him back. I want Nolan to come back. Again, the whole show was a disaster because of the way everything happened and the way it transpired. I had all these great questions I wanted to talk to him, ask him about, and he was probably like, I can get off this fucking Yabo show. And I haven't heard from him since. So, you know, I do, but I want it to be something worth talking about. So if I start doing some, you're sitting up again? Lie down. You're like a 5-year-old. Lie down. Lie down. Thank you. That's why I can't pay him in full. I want the show to be something worthy of people coming Friday night to watch. I don't want to just babble like I'm doing right now. I did it tonight because I figured, you know, I wanted to show you my little arcade I built. It just took a few minutes. But tell people that, you know, if you do want to get some new wave toy stuff and you're waiting for these new machines to come out, you got to Build-A-Cade and make Donkey Kong Jr., things along those lines. They're really beautiful looking. Joe did a great job on these machines. Maybe for Father's Day. Buy him, have a Father's Day gift. Ah, that was good. He can, you know, Blue always steals the show. I got to tell you, no matter where I take him, whenever I take him, Blue does steal the show. And you know what? He's worth it. It's funny. My son had turned 8, and I said, you know what? It's probably, I think 2013, 2012, 2013. And I said, you know, it's probably time to get a dog. I haven't had a dog in years. My other dog and cat passed away. And I went to this place down in Peekskill. Didn't know it was a puppy mill at the time, but he literally arrived like 2 hours. He literally just came in from Kentucky. He's a Kentucky boy. He was there literally 2 hours and bought him on the spot. I was like the first person. I said, took him out. I said, here's a deposit. I'm gonna get my checkbook. I gave him anything I had on here's everything. Hold that dog for me. And originally his name was going to be like, I think it was supposed to be like Tiger or there was so many different names, but Cole wanted Blue. I said, for a dog's name, Blue? And now I can't picture a name, any other name than Blue for him. And he's been a really good dog. Even as a puppy, I was working in Middletown at the time, and for the first 6 or 8 months, he came to work with me every day. I snuck him in my office every day. He would sleep behind me in my chair every day for those 6 months. Other coworkers would come and get him and give him an apple. He grabbed the apple with like this, and he'd eat the apple at these meetings. And then he became like the mascot of the company at the time. So he's a really good dog, and it's good. I'm going to be destroyed when he's not around anymore. I'm going to be destroyed. I've actually been trying to find the breeder in Kentucky because there's got to be a lineage of brothers and stuff like that. Get another puppy. I'd like to get another one from his line because he's just such an amazing, beautiful, smart dog. You are. Of course, you will eat me out of house and home between you and Cole, but outside of that, see if there's any other questions here. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, I think this is good once in a while. Again, it's better than just rehashing the same old things all the time, unless you want to rehash GRS Build-A-Cade, which are great with Joe Sabo's artwork, or not. But I think it's good just to have a one-to-one, talk-to-talk with everyone. And, you know, this weekend, again, people running late, don't forget Sunday is Mother's Day. Do not forget Mother's Day. You will be in for a world of hurt if you forget Mother's Day. So don't forget Mother's Day. Okay? Be really bad for you. I don't think anything else. I've been trying to find things to watch again, and I've been going on actually Amazon and just watching like old like 50s B movies. And I watched one called seventh planet from the sun, or seventh planet, and it really wasn't too bad. It wasn't great. It was very low budget, but it was about going to Uranus. They kept saying Uranus because they didn't want to say Uranus or Uranus, and it was actually not too bad. It's on Amazon. Seventh planet. Let's talk about Arcade Warp 2026. Yeah, it'll be called out of business. That's easy enough. Gone. Portacade's got a question. Let's make our own 3/4 scale. You know what? I didn't hit the 3/4 scale. I know Numbskull's in there. Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see. Oh, that's what 3/4 scale. Talk about okay, one upside. I'm thinking, we have 1/6 scale, 1/4 scale, and 1/3 scale. So that's arcade one up size. I don't know if I want to get in that size. We'll see though. You never know. I know a lot of people do have the arcade done up size machines and probably want more. Not out of the realm of possibility, Cornercade. I never say no. But first, I'm going to have to see how well the FU does. I want to see how well that does. We already know how well the 1/6 scale Build-A-Cade is doing. And there's some other projects they have that you guys don't know about as well. Like, in the pinball. I mean, people know about that one. Still haven't had 10,000 views on that show. But I would like to do 1/6 scale pinballs or something and get in the pinball market at some point. Because I want to do it the right way. I want actuators. I want solenoids. I want motion detecting. We hit the machine. I want good screens on there, but I want it to be priced at a reasonable price. But I don't even want to get started on that unless I know there really is a market for a V pin of between small and large, but that's built the right way. So we'll have to just wait and see on that one. Yeah, V is good. The original series was great. I love the opening music to V, the Final Battle. It seemed like it was just so eerie. The TV series was okay, and then the remake wasn't bad, but again, left you on a cliffhanger, and I hate when they do that. It sucks. But V, if you've ever seen V, the original miniseries, or the V, the Final Battle, great shows to watch. I mean, they were huge back in the '80s, really big. Yeah, I like that. A cool UFO show called Project Blue Book. I like that. Yeah, they're talking about you. Don't give me the. Are you turning around to me because I have no more treats now? Is that what you do now? You get all the treats and they didn't want to you're turning it back to me now? Is that what you're doing? I think he is. Not very nice. Yeah, Cornicate, I don't rule anything out. That's the thing. It comes down to what I think people really want, and I know people are really into 3/4 size for the arcade done up size machines. So we'll see. Maybe we could take the FU and just downsize it a little bit. But again, I got to see how well this goes first before I start going into the other markets, I suppose. Yeah, again, I really want to do that. I know Scott Sloan. He's a very good friend of mine. He's the one who really started this 1/6 scale arcade machines and pinball. Scott Sloan and his group, he does amazing work. And I just want to get that into a price point that more people can get into. He does beautiful work. Um, I know what else to say, but I would love to see. I have two 1/6 scale V pins. I have one that I made and one that Scott made, and I'd like to add more. But I love them; they're great. Let's see, Stock Jock. If you could make that pinball like a Build-A-Cade, exactly. That's exactly what it would be. It would be that kind of build quality, 7-inch screen, 5-inch screen, a mechanical plunger that actually you feel and springs back, motion sensors when you tap it. That's like tilting it, not buttons. Um, Actuators, vibration, all the whole 9 yards. But at a 1/6 scale V pin, that's what I would do, and it would most likely be a Build-A-Cade type of kit. You build it yourself. I mean, that's to me part of the fun. You see how everything works, you put it together, and then you get to play what you just made. That's a big thing for me. He is. I think. Look, he's look. He got the last treat. He did. He's giving me the cold shoulder now. I knew he was going to do that. Once he got the food, he was going to say, "You know what? That's you." You know, it's all about the food with Blue. He did. Typical guy. He got what he wanted. And now it's like roll over and go to bed. Right? Reprints says, I'll buy a three-quarter. Okay, three-quarter. People asking for it. So again, I won't rule that out at all. I won't. Or KC, I would love to see a generic three-quarter flat pack cab monitor control deck. Used to be. That's the thing, and that's that gets me. You know, arcade one up or done up, I should say. The prices have gone up and up and up, but the price of their stuff they're using hasn't gotten more money, and their quality didn't go up. The only machines that I say that did a really good job were the Star Wars machine. Again, they did a decent job with that yoke, and the emulator in there was fantastic. And even though they did steal the Tron joystick base design from me, the rest of the machine was very well done. It's just a shame they had to taint it with stolen property for someone who backed them for so long. But then people say it's not the same company. It's still got the same name. They didn't change the name, so to me, it's the same company. Glenn, do you ever consider making a designated arcade flight stick? Like what? Maybe we have the talking about the Tron stick, like maybe changing the design of that. We do have a new design for that, but we haven't released that yet. That would be probably something with the FU, if anything. And it looks like we hit the top of the hour, and Blue is now giving me the sad eyes. Super Gamer Dude should be kicking off right about now. So I want to thank you guys again for joining. And again, don't wait. You can still get 1/6 scale Build-A-Cades and Joe Seba's artwork and build yourself these incredible machines. I'm going to zoom in real quick. Let me see if I can zoom in on these before I end the show over here. And I'm going to do that real quick. Let's go over here for a second and zoom in. Go up a little bit. Zoomed in a little too far. There we go. So we have a Donkey Kong. Then we have a Punch-Out machine over here, which I'm dying to play myself. You see it's got the 2 screens in there. Wait for it to start playing the game. Come on, where's the game? Here we go. So you got the 2 screens in there. Kind of hard to see from this angle. Oops. Play Choice 10. We got 10-yard fight going on there. We have Donkey Kong 3. The Mary Parker edition of Mario Brothers Arcade. You got Donkey Kong Jr., of course. The Little Blue and Me by Bruce Yeager. Of course, this artwork is all by Joe Seba's Arcade. We have the little mini TV set. Look, the battery died. A new little TV set. Fix-It Felix Jr. Popeye. Oh, look at that face. Look at that face. There you go, Blue. Look at that face. And then we got Popeye. We have Castlevania. And of course, that's not Joe Seba. That's the one I made. But that's it for tonight. So again, guys, I'm going to let Blue leave because he's going to give me agita now. Sit. There we go. So I wish you guys a great weekend. Thank you all for joining. Remember, Mother's Day is here. Always tell family and friends you love them because tomorrow's never promised. But in between those times, just remember, everyone, game on. And thanks.
Gluing on cartridges, hidden reset. 8-bit dreams, can't lose that bet. Floppy disks and arcade lights. Pac-Man, Frogger, we're playing all night. Simpsons in the background, neon in the air. 80s vibes, man, we didn't care. VHS tapes staying up too late. years in tow. Back to the future, hop in the DeLorean. Night Rider cruising, man, there's no ignoring 'em. Battlestar Galactica, what a ride. Looney Tunes antics, pure joy inside. Blockbusters ruled, we lined up for days. Video games booted up in the pixelated maze. Movie marathons and popcorn nights, we ruled the screen, living in the lights. It's time to kick it old school, turn the clocks back, break the rules. When the pixels pop and the world was cool, we're taking it back, that's how we roll, we roll. It's time to kick it old school, where the beats are fresh, the tech was gold. From arcades to TV shows that ruled, you know we're kicking it old school. Grab your joystick, the game's about to start. A high-score world, now that's an art. We're cruising on hoverboards, living our dream. Old school forever, we're igniting the scene. It's time to kick it old school, turn the clocks back, break the rules. When the pixels pop and the world was cool, we're taking it back.